Hi everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Akpanesen. So in today's video, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to fix this lamp, this red lamp, and shortly I'll show you the white lamp. They were owned by neighbors. This is the white lamp. They've not used it for quite some time, and they were about to throw them away. So I said, bring them and fix. I'm going to fix them. So I'm making this video to show step-by-step process on how to go about it. Okay. So in this video, what is most important in fixing this lamp is that the LEDs are still working. If they are not working, then there's no point trying to fix them. In one of these lamp, one of them, the LEDs is spoiled, so I'm going to show you what I did to make them work. Okay, the first thing I needed to do was to get batteries to replace them. The batteries were bad, so I got these deep laptop batteries. I tested their capacities. I'm going to show you a video shortly on when I did that. Tested their capacities and then wrote their capacities in the body so as to group them together, because each lamp I'm going to use two batteries. Okay, so this is the video of the capacity test. After the test was completed, I had to write the capacities on them. Some are low in capacity, others are still good in their capacity. Then I also have to test the ability to store charges. So you see this one has 4 point, okay, let me do it again, 4.11 volts. That those that you see, it has 4.16, 4.10, and then 4.11. The ones with higher capacity has up to 4.16, 4.12. Okay, look at that, 4.16. That one has a higher capacity. So after testing, I'll have to pay them up. See, these ones have higher capacity, so they will have a higher voltage. But all of them are able to hold charges. So after the testing is done, I'll have to pay them up. I'm pairing up cells with almost equal capacities for the project so as to spot welding. So I have to cut the welding strip to size. That is what I'm doing. And then I'll have to spot weld them. It saves me time to spot weld them than having to solder the batteries together. It's really cumbersome if you've done that before. Okay, so that is the spot welding happening. It will not really take much time for me to make the spot welding because it's really fast. So after having to spot weld them, I have to set them aside, and then I'll need to prepare the charging module for the batteries. Since these are lithium cells, I need a specialized charging module for them to prevent overcharge. The charging module is TP4056. I bought them from Aliexpress. It allows the battery to charge to full and then stops overcharging. The light will change while when the battery is fully charged. I'm applying epoxy glue to it to hold the charging ports together, because from my experience, after some use, the charging port can likely break off. So I need to apply epoxy glue to hold it for a very long time. So now I'm now disassembling the light to remove the relevant parts and then keep some relevant parts. This one came with a very huge battery, but I won't have to need I won't need the battery anymore. So I have to remove it, then see how I'm going to arrange my new battery and the charging circuitry inside, and then set it up in a way like it will not have to shake inside. The new batteries I put inside will not have to be shaking or wobbling. So I cut off the old battery, take it away. and I'm looking for a way of setting up the new battery. But first, I'm testing to see if the LEDs are okay. It's working. The LED is working. And then even the switch, the variable resistor that is used to hold it, is also working. So that's the charging module. I have to also test to be sure it's working, both of them. When it's charging, it's going to be red, and if it is fully charged or is not used for charging, then the light changes to blue. And then this is another part of the work whereby I have to see how I'll properly place that charging module so that when when the lamp is completely assembled, you can now have a port that you can charge from externally. So I'm going to put it on the button, on the cover button. How do you even call it? The back cover. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to use epoxy glue to hold it. Then I'm going to make a small hole in the cover so as I can charge it from outside. Now I'm looking forward to placing the battery inside, so I have to break some part of the plastic so as to properly insert the battery. Okay, so I still have to do some more work. The battery as it is not sitting well as I would love it to. So I have to clean more, remove more of the plastics. In while working, it's not always that it has to be this way. This lamp is just peculiar, and this is just how I want to set up the battery. There are ways you can set in so many other ways. Then after putting the battery in, soldering in, I have to use something to hold it so that the battery will not have to fall off or it will not be shaking inside. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with the way it is. So then I have to move to the next thing. Now I have to start soldering. Okay, this is where I'll have to apply the epoxy glue. I had made a little hole in the surface of the back cover. Look at how it is going to be. So I'll have to apply epoxy glue to hold the charging module in place. With the charging module set, then I'll start the soldering. The soldering is going to be done off camera. I didn't have power, so I set up my soldering iron in the kitchen with a UPS. So the soldering will be done off camera. I think most of the soldering I'll have to do is off camera so that I won't burn my hand and probably damage my. The soldering is already done. Okay, as you can see. Then I need to look for a way of putting the battery inside, and then look for something to hold it. At this point in time, I did not have an idea of what I'll use to support the battery inside. I thought of using cable strippers, but along the line something came into my mind. So it's connected, the light is on. I'm also happy that the switch was also working, so I wouldn't have to change that. Then I'm testing the charging. Once it's plugged in, it should show red. That's because it's charging the battery as it is. When fully charged battery, the LED will come up blue. So I found this was from when I bought my laptop. This stuff came with it. It's like a cork, but it's not really a cork. It's kind of foamy. So I'm just going to cut some parts off and then use it to hold the battery and then cover it. At this point in time, the work is almost done. Just to set up the battery, cover it up. All the test has been done. The battery is charging, the switch is working, the LED is working. So I just need to cut off part of this foamy stuff and then fit in the battery, ensure that it's not shaking. Then I'm through. At first I thought I will have to put this foamy stuff over the battery, but I saw that it's more easier to just cut pieces of it off and then put them side by side with the battery, side by side alongside the battery, and then the cover, the lamp's cover is going to be sufficient to hold it in place since the battery is almost at the edge. So I'm going to screw the whole thing up and then carry out some final testings. So what will happen is that for this lamp, when the battery dies, maybe the next 1 year or more than 1 year, sometimes it can take 2 years depending on how the person manages it. So if the battery dies, I will just look for another battery. I'll look for another dead laptop battery, look for test the capacities, and then replace just the battery. In rare cases, the charging module can also be faulty, then I'll simply change it. So in situations like this, the owner can use this lamp the next 5 years, 10 years, as long as the charging module is there, as long as the dead laptop cells are there, then you can continue to use it. That's how I've been using my own lamp over the past 5 years. Okay, so this is me testing the charging. See that the lamp has turned green. That's because the battery is fully charged. See, it's blue. Sorry, blue. So that's the final part of this video for this lamp. So in this next one, this one was a bit more complicated. We see two big batteries here. So I'm removing the batteries. I won't have need for them. This lamp was a bit complicated because it wasn't just the battery that was dead. The lamp in itself did not come on when I tested it. Then the switching mechanism was also bad. So I needed to have a workaround all of this without having to spend a lot of money. So I'm testing the lamp, the LEDs here to see if it's common. Unfortunately, it did not come on. Then I also had to see. I thought at first that probably the switch is faulty. Then after a while, it did not come on. Then I had to remove the switch completely, test the lamp, the LEDs directly. But I still had the same problem. The LEDs did not come on. Now, most of the work I did around here was off camera. I did not get to record them. But what you're going to see next is that I had to work on the LED. so that the LEDs will come on. So I'm removing the switch to test directly, since that did not work. Okay, so what you are seeing here is the result of what I had to do separately. See, I've soldered the LED, the whole array of that LED, that part will not come on, so I had to solder it so that the LEDs will come on. Then this is the switch that you turn for the lamp to come on. At this point, I was looking at repairing it, but however, to change the variable resistor and then other circuitries, it might cost more than I had wanted. So to keep the cost low, I'll simply buy a switch and bypass the whole thing. So I'm thinking of putting a switch down there, just a simple switch that you turn on and turn off. It's going to be push button switch. So I went out, I got the switch. I've also sold that on the switch, as you can see on the table. I'm making a little bit, I'm making the hole a little bit bigger so that the switch can go in. I'm putting some heat shrink on the push button switch for insulation. Then the lighter will do the rest. So unlike the other lamp that I put the charging module on the back cover, this lamp is different. So I'm thinking of putting the charging module on this top part of the lamp. So the charging module is just going to be something like that. Then I'll have to make a little bit of space on the back cover that houses the battery. So I'm using the lighter to shrink the heat shrink for proper insulation. The charging module has already been glued to the top part of the cover. The wiring is also being done. The soldering has also been done. Those were done off camera. So at the end of the day, I just made the lamp, the circuitry a bit just simple. Just a switch, a push button switch that you put on and it goes off. The batteries are of higher capacity, so it's going to last for maybe 4 or 5 hours before it starts going down, and then you need to charge it again. I'm just going to assemble everything. Okay, so the work is almost done. It's just left for me to put on the cover and then run some final testing. So I'm putting back the screws. Now, one of the challenges is that this transparent cover was broken. So I think I'll have to use smooth tapes on it so that it holds it. And then the handle in itself is wobbling. So I think at the end of the day, I'll have to use a tape to just hold the whole thing together. I'm testing the charging. Okay, I've put on the light. You see, it's red. The battery is charging as it is. So when the battery is fully charged, it will change to blue. So this is just the end of the video, the end of the work, the end of the project. Please like and share this video and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll be bringing up more contents like this in the future. Thank you.